So what is going on, guys? I'm Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where we finally have our first official details on Modern Warfare Zombies. That's what they're calling it. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, MW3, whatever you want to call it. But the official title that Activision have given this Zombies mode is just Modern Warfare Zombies, I guess, because this is the first iteration of zombies in the Modern Warfare games. Yes, we've seen them in Warzone before, but they've never had their own mode. But with the reveal, as of me recording this video, probably a few minutes, an hour away, so there's a chance that we do get more information. But as of right now, we have our first official details on the mode and an image. Anyway, let's take a look. As normal, if you go into their website, you will see details about the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. Quickly going over the first two, they tell us for the campaign, combat means making choices, different loadouts, different paths through the mission. In addition to the signature cinematic Call of Duty campaign missions, Modern Warfare 3 introduces open combat missions that provide more player choice. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. It is your choice whether to take the stealthy approach or go loud, taking on any and all foes. I mean, whatever you think about Call of Duty, their campaigns are always really good. For me, Vanguard's was a bit of a letdown, but most of the time, COD's campaigns are great. For multiplayer, they say Modern Warfare 3 celebrates the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty with one of the greatest collections of multiplayer maps ever assembled, both fan favourites and all new ones. All 16 launch maps from the original MW2 have been modernised with new modes and gameplay features and will be available at launch to get everybody started, while over 12 all-new Core 6v6 maps will fuel post-launch live seasons. So to be fair, I don't really play multiplayer, but that does sound exciting, having all of the OG MW2 maps, the launch ones, and then 12 new ones as well through the seasons. And then finally, getting to zombies, they tell us, for the first time, team up with other squads to survive and fight massive hordes of the undead in the largest Call of Duty Zombies map ever. Modern Warfare Zombies, or MWZ, tells a new Treyarch zombie story with missions, core zombies features, and secrets to discover. And then along with that description, they've given us this image. Now, I haven't played Warzone in a long time. I did see a few people saying, is this Verdansk? I can't see any noticeable features from the last time I played it, which was a long time ago. We'll come back to that in just a second, but from what they tell us about the new Zombies mode, combined with what we already know through leaks, we are not getting round-based, and instead what we are getting is an open world / Outbreak style map. So if you watch my previous video, I said in that I thought maybe we would be getting the Warzone map but broken into different regions, exactly how Outbreak was. It was one giant map, but we were given it in, say, 5 or 6 different regions, different smaller parts that we could teleport to. But from the sounds of it, from this description, instead of just regions, we're actually just playing in the map itself. I'm assuming it's just going to be whatever the Warzone map is for Modern Warfare 3, which kind of is what everybody was asking for and expecting when Outbreak originally released in Black Ops Cold War. We all thought we were going to be getting a big, giant, open world map to kill zombies on. That didn't exactly happen. Instead, it was split into smaller sections. But for MW3 Zombies, from what we've been told here, we have to team up with other squads to survive and fight massive hordes of the undead in the largest zombies map ever. And if we just go to the image, the first vibes that I get from this is Outbreak. I mean, we have a mimic here. You can see the restaurants, the buildings in the background. It does kind of look like Verdansk. And if you look at the attire that these zombies are wearing, which I actually really like, I don't think we've had a zombies map ever before with zombies wearing clothing like this. I think it really suits the style. Of course, being that the map does take place in the Middle East, you'd expect that, but I think the design of the zombies is really cool. Yeah, we can see the mimic has returned, but with slight visual changes. If you compare how they looked in Cold War, they were a lot skinnier in my opinion, whereas this one is a bit more thicker, bigger, bulged out. Scarier, that's debatable. More annoying, that's also debatable. I'll admit they weren't one of my favourite enemies in Cold War, so to see them returning, okay. We'll have to see what other enemies come back. I'm expecting there's going to be quite a few old zombie types returning. We know that Treyarch didn't have a long time to develop this. I mean, that shows because there is no round-based in this mode, it's just an open world style zombies. But I would expect a lot of what we see in MWZ is going to be reused from older games, especially Cold War zombies and maybe some Vanguard zombie stuff as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Manglers or the Plague Hounds, the Hellhounds, etc. I was thinking this actually might be a lot like DMZ, just with zombies instead of people, soldiers. They're just replaced by the undead. I think, and this is just me guessing, also going from the description where they say Modern Warfare Zombies tells a new Treyarch zombie story with missions. Just those words makes me think it's going to be practically DMZ, but with zombies trying to kill you instead of enemy soldiers. So maybe we'll load into the map, have to go around completing missions. In return for completing these missions, we'll get money, which we can then use to, just like in Black Ops Cold War's Outbreak, pay for perks, pay for upgrading our weapons in the Pack-a-Punch, pay for buildables such as self-revive, etc. All these same features that we had in Cold War's Outbreak, just in a bigger Warzone/DMZ map, instead of playing in regions of it and then teleporting from one to the other. And this last sentence, Modern Warfare Zombies tells a new Treyarch Zombies story with missions, core zombies features, and secrets to discover. Well, we've discussed the missions, it's probably going to work something like DMZ. We know that Treyarch are developing it, so we would expect a new story from Treyarch being told as we play. I would say though, don't expect anything deep. I just don't want to get expectations too high. Think of what we were told in Vanguard Zombies. It was still an interesting story, but it wasn't as deep as what they told us in Cold War or any of the Black Ops games before that. So that's that, and just as I was about to wrap up this video, typically they release more information, so let's quickly go through it. Modern Warzone posted this on their Twitter where they said, Zombies in Modern Warfare 3 is basically DMZ combined with Outbreak, but without the possibility of PvP. So it's going to be PvE only, being player versus enemy, not player versus player. It's played on the new Warzone map, as I expected. Okay, pretty much everything I said is turning out to be true. It is 4-player squads with up to 24 players on the map at one time, 6 different squads. There are buy stations, wall buys, mystery boxes and pack-a-punches which are present, which, again, as you'd expect, it's Treyarch Zombies, those are the basic features. This one's interesting, so you play 60-minute sessions before you are forced to exfiltrate. There are human threats as well, not just zombies, so it seems like it's player versus zombie and soldiers, instead of just zombies. The difficulty ramps up the closer you get to the centre of the map, so the difficulty is not based on time or the number of kills. That's different to the usual Zombies experience, and it is a cinematic story that is a part of Treyarch Zombies storyline. Again, you'd expect that one. But there are a few things in here which are kind of confusing me. First off, yes, it is pretty much Zombies on DMZ combined with Warzone. It's a bit of a mixture between the two. The fact that it's player versus enemy and not PvP is kind of disappointing, I would say. I always said about the original Outbreak, the one thing I really wanted in it that would improve it so much is if it had a PvP aspect where you could face off against not only the undead but other teams as well. So you could play with your squad and then there would be another squad on the map that you could go against. You could kill each other to steal each other's points, for example, or try to stop each other from completing quests or missions around the map. That's a big miss that I think would have made this really unique, but it is just PvE. I can only be 100% honest and say I'm not saying I'm super excited for this. I'm just more intrigued to see how this is going to work. So I'll just leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.